It all starts with a feeling rather than an official announcement, a subtle tension online that gradually builds into a loud uproar. Drake, known for his strategic silence and unexpected actions, has re-emerged in the midst of controversy not through a formal release or a planned campaign, but via a YouTube livestream. There was no press release or advance notice, just an unfiltered glimpse into the mind of an artist who refuses to fade from the public eye, particularly regarding Kendrick Lamar. Welcome to Celebrity Cookies, where the tea is always hot and the stories come with sprinkles of surprise. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment with your take on the story. On Friday night, as many in America were getting ready for the weekend, Drake took to the internet to take control of the narrative. His live stream, titled Iceman, Episode 1, was more than just a casual drive through Toronto in a van with cryptic branding. It was a statement, a reminder, and for some, a challenge. This challenge came in the form of a brand new single, What Did I Miss?, which quickly became the highlight of the stream and reignited one of hip-hop's most intense rivalries, Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. As soon as the beat dropped, fans felt something significant was happening. This wasn't just a new song, it was a vibe, one that seemed crafted for analysis rather than simple enjoyment. When Drake delivered the now famous line, I saw bro in the pop out with them, but been dickriding gang since headlines, the internet erupted. It was direct and unmistakable, a clear jab at Kendrick Lamar, referencing the pop out, Kendrick's star-studded Juneteenth concert in Los Angeles in 2024. This concert featured West Coast legends like Dr. Dre, Tyler, The Creator, and YG, and marked Kendrick's comeback after a period of silence and tension with Drake. By mentioning that event alongside headlines, his breakout hit from 2011, Drake accused Kendrick of being disloyal and opportunistic, of riding the waves, switching sides, and pretending. This diss was intentional and layered. It suggested that Kendrick, despite his recent success and attempts to promote unity, has always been in Drake's orbit. While Kendrick used the pop-out to draw a line, Drake believes he has always been the central figure. The line, delivered in Drake's signature calm yet sharp style, was not shouted but articulated with precision. This isn't the first time Drake has expressed his grievances through music, but this track feels different. Following Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, which broke streaming records and became an anti-Drake anthem, many expected Drake to retreat. The accusations Kendrick made, especially those suggesting Drake's alleged inappropriate behavior, were not just lyrical insults, they posed a threat to his reputation. For weeks, Drake had remained unusually quiet. It seems that silence has finally been broken. However, What Did I Miss? Isn't solely focused on Kendrick, it also delves into the consequences and shifting dynamics involving Drake. Listeners quickly picked up on lines that express feelings of betrayal, disappointment, and changing allegiances, potentially even from those Drake once considered friends. A popular theory circulating online suggests that Drake might be subtly directing his comments at LeBron James. Indeed, LeBron, the basketball superstar and longtime supporter of Drake, was seen at Kendrick Lamar's pop-out concert. Although his name isn't directly mentioned in the song, fans have noted certain phrases and tonal changes that appear to imply criticism. Lines about those who were once standing beside me, now hanging with the enemy, have fueled speculation. Did Drake feel blindsided by LeBron's public backing of Kendrick? Was he let down by someone he has admired and been close to for years? In a time when celebrity friendships and alliances are both public and fragile, Drake's choice to reference LeBron in this way is significant. He understands that fans will make the connections and that the internet thrives on speculation. In many respects, this seems intentional. During the live stream, Drake didn't clarify anything, he created intrigue. Driving the Iceman van through Toronto, engaging with fans, and even sitting in a warehouse eating while watching old footage of himself, he cultivated an image of reflection and control. But everything was intentional. Every shot of the van, every snippet of a song, every expression, it all pointed to one conclusion. Drake is fully aware of the storm he's entering and he welcomes it. What Did I Miss? Acts as both a reintroduction and a challenge. On the surface, it doesn't scream diss record, but beneath its polished production and melodic style lies a clear animosity. A man who is hurt but not defeated. A king unwilling to relinquish his throne without a fight. The rollout adds to the drama. The van featured a fake phone number and a mysterious website the-Iceman.com. Fans quickly began tracking the van's actual movements. Social media buzzed with videos and photos of the truck spotted in various locations around Toronto. Some labeled it performance art, while others saw it as trolling. Regardless of how it's categorized, it was effective. The excitement is palpable. Reactions to the song have been mixed. Some fans commend Drake for remaining relevant and not letting Kendrick's momentum overshadow him. Others believe the diss is weak, indirect, and too late. They argue that Kendrick's response is euphoria, meet the Grahams, and not like us, were more impactful, cutting deeper, and left Drake scrambling. There's another angle to consider regarding what did I miss? One that interprets it not as a direct attack, but as a strategic, gradual maneuver. Drake has always been calculated in his actions. He doesn't act on impulse. Instead, he assesses the situation, adapts, and modifies his approach. While this single may not be his most confrontational effort, it could signal the start of a larger strategy to challenge Kendrick's narrative dominance. This is where the upcoming album, Iceman, comes into play. If What Did I Miss serves as the initial move, then Iceman might represent a more comprehensive strategy. Although Drake hasn't shared much information, it's clear he's intentionally crafting a specific vibe: cold, detached, and precise. The title, Iceman, implies someone who remains calm, focused, and emotionally restrained, suggesting he's adopting a villainous persona. Elements like the Livestream, the van, and the website all indicate a meticulously planned release. It marks the beginning of a new chapter and a new identity. When it comes to the music, one of the most notable aspects of What Did I Miss is how Drake intertwines personal struggles with broader themes. He's not solely targeting Kendrick. He's also exploring issues of fame, loyalty, and betrayal. He wrestles with the pressures of a decade-long reign and the ramifications of a waning empire. The line between genuine self-reflection and calculated self-pity is delicate, but Drake knows how to navigate it. His delivery feels nuanced. He doesn't shout or display anger. Instead, he speaks as someone who understands the dynamics at play, aware that there's no need to raise his voice when everyone is already paying attention. However, despite the subtlety, fans are seeking clarity. Will this track escalate tensions? Will Kendrick respond, or does he believe his position is already secure? Will Iceman feature more direct confrontations, or will it offer a broader commentary on Drake's role in a changing rap landscape? What about LeBron? Will he react to the perceived betrayal? Is Drake genuinely calling him out, or are fans reading too much into ambiguous language? What will happen if Kendrick releases Not Like Us PT2, or chooses to remain silent? This rivalry extends beyond mere lyrics. It embodies differing ideologies, two distinct figures presenting contrasting visions of rap stardom. Kendrick represents the thoughtful, introspective, and poetic artist, while Drake embodies the commercially successful, emotionally astute superstar. Their conflict reflects a larger transformation in hip-hop, a struggle between depth and spectacle, between underground principles and mainstream appeal. In this context, What Did I Miss transcends being just a song. It represents a pivotal moment in rap, highlighting a clear divide and reminding us that Drake still has much to say, and Kendrick's impact hasn't muted all other voices. Regardless of whether his verses hit as hard as they once did, Drake understands something many miss. Controversy always attracts attention. His recent live stream drew in hundreds of thousands of viewers, and the song quickly began trending on multiple platforms. Although Iceman hasn't been released yet, it's already one of the most eagerly awaited rap albums of the year. Here we find ourselves witnessing yet another chapter in one of the genre's most intriguing rivalries. The jabs have been thrown, the lines have been drawn, and fans are once again picking sides. Amidst all this, Drake is effortlessly navigating through Toronto, rapping about themes of betrayal, fame, and his standing in the world, challenging anyone, Kendrick, LeBron, the fans, to assert that he's no longer a contender. One thing is certain, he's far from done. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.